And then switching over to NFTs or non-fungible tokens, I think most people are certainly getting a wind of what NFTs are. They have the same notoriety at this point as the ICOs of 2017, although different in nature for sure. And there's certainly different buckets of NFTs, but which ones do you think are more intriguing? I mean, obviously the third tier celebrities, I'm sure those aren't the ones you're investing in, but where do you find?
Yeah, when I started at Flamingo, which, it seems like it was forever ago, there was a little less hype on the NFTs. So we've done a combination of different kinds of NFTs, meaning in different verticals. So we did art. And I really thought that was what we were going to do. In the beginning, I didn't realize that there were all other kinds of NFTs, meaning land, et cetera. And so I was really, for the most part, because I have also a good affinity to art and I enjoy art and I think I know maybe a little, and I wanted to learn more, which I knew nothing about, was with the NFT art and how it works and et cetera. I do think that there's been a lot of explosion in terms of the number of marketplaces that there are. I don't know in complete total analysis of each one of them, if they're the same for the artists, i.e. are the contracts the same? In the smart contracts, do they carry over from one to another? Can you get your royalties irrespective of where your collector might sell? And also, to be candid, even though I'm a collector, I have not read the code nor had somebody decipher the code on the collector side to see what my limitations may be, because I'm not spending the money that people are spending in, personally, I'm not spending that kind of money to buy NFTs. The DAO is, or Flamingo is, but, there are people there that understand code very well. So I think that sometimes you don't know exactly what you're getting when you're buying an NFT. And I think that there are different marketplaces, and I'll bring up Top Shot because I know people are super interested in the NBA, et cetera, a great thing that's going on there. And they've sold in a very short period of time, something like 230 million worth of, and this will drop today, of cards. Well, the people there are buying a moment, but they're buying the moment to see in that closed marketplace. It's not on the Ethereum blockchain. It's on a different blockchain. I believe it's called Flow. And you can't take your moment out of there and do something else with it. So it's in there. I'm not just saying that they're not going to have fantastic ideas within this closed environment of what you can do with it. They're just really in their beta testing, and bravo to them on how well it's going. But people should understand that it is a different concept than, hi, I bought a song and I can do these 7 things with it. So I do think that people are going to learn, and sometimes they learn the hard way, that you have restrictions. And there's been some complaining about Top Shot in that they are limiting how much you can withdraw in funds, your own dollars in your wallet. Now, I doubt it's a complete regulatory thing. It could be a regulatory thing if it was under, let's say, 10,000 or 3,500, but to limit it to 1,000 is difficult on some people, and some people have made quite an investment in there and would like to take some of their money out, and it's in there. So that's an unintended consequence of success, but sometimes, things like that happen.
You almost have to wonder with Top Shots, they are certainly, in terms of promoting what they're selling, they've really put their chin out. At some point in the NFT space, there are going to be consumer protection issues raised. You're already seeing it in the trading card marketplaces. It's a very intriguing space. There's the art component and how it advances the interests of artists, whether songs or musical artists or painters. Then there's the lower tier celebrities. There's the land purchases. You mentioned Decentraland. The virtual land sales are quite high. And then there's a whole host of other potential applications down the road.
I do think for artists, or let's just say sports teams or whatever, but I'll just leave it to artists for a moment, because I know that the sports teams are governed by different kind of intellectual property and a union and all kinds of things like that. But for individual artists, for them to be able to handle their own label, for them to be able to eliminate some of the intermediaries, for them to be able to have a more rapid settlement where they get their money faster, cleaner, et cetera, is fantastic. So I think that it's all new, and therefore it's an experiment. And so people that go and buy NFTs, They should just understand it's an experiment. I would like to see more transparency on pricing. I'd like for the things in the, let's just say, visual art market that have been criticized for quite some time. I think that we should improve upon them in the digital space, not only for the artists, but for the collectors and for the reporting of pricing across ways. Now we're going to have to do that because there's some intention to be able to use these NFTs in decentralized finance. And in order for them to be collateral, we'll have to have some really good pricing. And there will be coming a time where they don't trade as rapidly. And then, we don't know what the pricing is when you don't have constant trade. So it would be the last trade, and that would be great if it was 4 million. But what if the next trade is 1 million? So I think we still have to flush out what's going on. It's incredibly exciting, and just people have to be careful.